beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bengals at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Mixon fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Mixon again.
And he will take it on in for Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Quick pass out to Miller. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is our last chance.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Six 0 our score after 1. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Pushes past him.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, gained a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 39,
Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
if they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On third down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
Touchdown, Bengals!
T. Higgins.
His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
1, 2, 3, baby.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Phillips now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Mixing up the middle, down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Third time's the charm by the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Phillips now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On second down, Mayfield again.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way has made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jabril Dean. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mayfield now. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Mayfield looks to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 38, Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. Room here to run.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
18 yards on that one. The Bengals are moving. First down. Inside handoff to Mixon.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here we go.
A handoff to Mixon, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now it's Burrow. Touchdown!
T. Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Mayfield on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this shit's some bullshit. Yeah, bro, like, yeah. You gotta give it to me, cause like, you know, I'm trying to play with you and play with you, man. All these overthrows has been ridiculous. Yeah, man, this the game, like. Yeah, that wind killing this shit. This wind killing this shit. Nigga, I'm what? Bro, I'm way better than this. This shit retarded. I'm way better than this. This wind is killing me.
And it's still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Why did he double pump? Why did he double pump? This shit retarded, bro. This nigga double pump.
Someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt worse.
Man, fuck this game. I'm just goddamn trying to finish it. This shit retarded. Like,
so as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
I wouldn't even care if you ran it up. You got this shit. You got this.
Here's a give to and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
That shit might get overturned.
And the return stops at the
39-yard line. You and I have been around teams, and they all have.
And now
it's gonna get returned.
Potential turnover. They're gonna take a second look at this just to make sure.
I know how this shit go. This shit scripted sometimes.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On second down, here's Mixon. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Hell, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card.
If niggas don't know Madden scripted by now, you tripping.
You think he's gonna get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century.
Come on.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to
Seriously, come on.
Whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
Once again, they run with Mixon.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been.
Yeah, after that first drive, and I seen my boy overthrow that shit, I was like, I'm done. I'm cooked.
Now Joe Mixon.
This nigga got an X factor for nothing.
13-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Got an idea. Let's get racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game.
That's why I ain't go for it on that first drive. I just kicked my field goal. I already knew what type of game it was.
He's going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere. You already got Chase, and you got like 3 superstars, man. All right.
So the Bengals in possession of the
Yeah, I know they slow, but shit, I need.
They're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Yeah, but that's just because they come like that though. You know that though. That's just Steelers in general on defense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning.
You say what?
They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon.
Everybody blocked. Like, fuck this game. Oh, man, shit, I ain't even thinking about this shit no more. Just trying to finish this shit.
A 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good.
That's why I ain't click on that range shit. You clicked on that shit?
Back out to kick this one off.
Yeah. If you don't click on it, that shit don't happen. Yeah. Like them snow games in the wintertime, them shits be fucked up. Shit, nah, it was in your favor all game. All game.
It's all window addressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, without lopsided.
Nigga's horrible, man. Look at this shit, man.
Might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get it to
That fucking win ain't. This shit is ridiculous, man. Why am I even playing?
Focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
A second down throw for Mayfield.
Surprise he ain't missed that. Fucking bum.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield.
I knew he was gonna fucking oversell that. I knew it. I already knew it. Just by the way that shit came out his hand. Shit is garbage.
Charles is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you
Nah, they spending all their money on mute now.
Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant.
That's why 2K was the shit.
They can build on.
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Nixon will try the right side. They follow up the gain of 2.
Game, man.
Gain of 1 that time.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.